Okay, coming from my morning run, I had some interesting ideas. Giving. Okay, so we talk about giving all the time in my family. I donate quite a lot, but talking about giving, showing kids giving on TV or talking about it isn't really the same, right? So actually taking your kids and having them give is remarkable. We started doing that on one of the streets where I live. There's an area where there's quite a few homeless people. So what we've been doing is if we go to a restaurant around there, we always buy a little bit extra so we could give to them. And I always have my children give to them. At first they were really, really shy or they felt weird. And it's kind of weird. Interestingly enough, the idea of giving is phenomenal, but when you actually want to do it, it feels different. It feels weird, right? So you have to overcome that little obstacle. So at first, my kids were really shy. They didn't want to do it. They had me go next to them. Now, it's completely normal. Like, they don't even think of it as being weird. At times, they even like, oh, how about this person we stop to, right? So that's actually starting on a small scale, okay? So for this year, we're going to be going a little bit further. I want to actually take them to maybe communities where they are needed, donations to give food or whatever. It's the actual act. So talking about things with kids is great, but the actual action of it, and it doesn't have to be big. It could be tiny. It could be something that they're interested in. For instance, my children are really into animals, right? So there's 2 animal shelters in the area. We're going to go and take a big bag of dog food to them, and it's the actual act of giving. And when you do the act, you talk to them about it, and then you actually see the reaction of either the person who you're giving it to or the person in charge of the program. So it's much more impactful. It's much more powerful. So just start little. It doesn't have to be big. It could just be giving to somebody on the street a little candy or a little bit of change, and talking to your child about, who knows where they came from. They could have been people just like me and you who just had some down and out luck, right? There's no judgments. And this is what makes the difference between talking about it and actual action. And a lot of people think that they have to go really big and donate a lot of money or donate all their stuff or things, but it doesn't have to be big. It could be tiny. It's the actual action of it, right? And that's all that the children truly need, and actually the parents too, because we all have really good intentions. But when we actually do them, it feels different than what the intention was, right? And it's actually a lot more powerful and a lot better. We are now wrapping up the gifts to give to who?
To the guards.
To the guards of our residential, right? Good job. The truth about wrapping gifts and giving does not mean it's fun at all times, right? It could be hard work. It's not horrible, huh? But the reality is that it is hard work. But you know what? At the end, it makes people really happy. And it is hard work, but it is what it is.